And I was explaining / confessing to Heather before the show that last night I was up late and I was like, all right, I'll check the calendar, see who's on the show. She's on the show. I was like, yes, because that is like one of my favorite places to go shopping. It really is, you know, and you're like grocery shopping, come on. But you guys have so much in the shop. It's not all about just groceries, although you have dry goods, you have produce, which I love, organic.
Yep.
You have a full bath body, which I found great products over there, and I can't remember the name right now. It's the anyway, we'll get on to that. But and then you have the whole cafe side of things.
Yes.
So it's like you really can go in there and spend a good hour getting my Funky Monkey shake, and while I'm getting that all blended, I go and get my stuff that I need for the bath, and fantastic place you put together.
They'll come up to the register with a cart and be like, I just came in here for, you know, like, I don't know, you know, milk or whatever.
I don't know if it's the outside that's deceptive or whatever, but you walk in and it's such a warm, welcoming place, and then you have fantastic staff as well.
Oh yeah, the staff is great. You know, that's, you know, from the beginning when we opened the doors, we just really wanted people to know that, I mean, we opened the doors because we really care about the community and help and
you have a background in that.
Yes, yes. My background is in herbal medicine, so I've been studying that for almost 20 years now, which is kind of probably about 18 years.
It's such an interesting field, though.
Yeah.
So much going on. It's always changing.
It is always changing.
Mindsets need to be changed from what you've been told all the way from when you were a little kid. What was good for you to eat might not be so good for you.
Yes, yeah. So it's definitely an evolving field. You have to keep up with it. One of the things I loved about herbal medicine was that they were, you know, there's some basic tenets you can learn about plant medicine, and those are stable. You know, like once you know the plant constituents and how they're used and that kind of thing affecting the body. But there's so much in the world of herbs and supplements and the whole supplement industry and nutrition that we're discovering, and there's more and more scientific backing for things that maybe we didn't know, but maybe we already did, but didn't have that scientific backing. And so it's really exciting right now to, you know, it's really opening up, and the public is really asking for it, and they're really supporting it.
I think they're tired of feeling bad, though. I think they're tired of not feeling good and waking up tired or swollen or stuff, and I think they're ready for a change. So thanks to you guys, they have a place to go now, because not only do you have this great shop, but you're a great resource as well, and you can actually call ahead and book some time with you to sit down and talk about things. Not that you have a lot of time, because you have so much going on, which we'll get into. But can we start with the vitamins?
Yes.
Because I can't tell you how excited I am about the vitamins I got at your place. You were on the last time talking about New Chapter vitamins, and it just all made sense, because I was actually dreading taking my multivitamin in the morning. It makes me woozy. It made me feel kind of sick, possible like vomity sick, you know, and I was like, had to lay down in the kitchen. And the boy's like, Mom, you okay? I'm like, I just took my vitamin.
This is supposed to make me feel good.
And so I was like, all right, just have to get over the first 45 minutes, I'll be fine. And then you came in, you're like, you don't have to even take it with food. I was like, what? Like, And so I came in actually that day and bought the multivitamin as well as the iron, because I heard that a lot of women are iron deficient, especially if you're very active. And amazing results. And I'm so happy with them. And I don't think you have a bottle big enough now for me, because I'm sold for life. Tell me a little bit more about what New Chapter did with vitamins to make them so different.
New Chapter is a line of whole food multivitamins. So it's not your everyday vitamin that that you're used to seeing. It's actually grown nutrients. Now they also use a lot of synergistic botanical supportives to
synergistic botanicals.
Sorry.
What is that?
Well, herbs. Herbs, that are really high in antioxidants and digestive properties to help you like digest, but also, you know, the antioxidants, as a lot of people know, are very protective overall. One of the things I love about New Chapter being an herbalist is that you know, the founder, he's an herbalist himself, and he really believes in you know, the value of the plants medicine. So what you'll often see in your New Chapter vitamins is not only whole food nutrients, which are grown, but also these supportive plants in there for like a digestive blend, an immune blend. So you're going to getting a little bit of these superfoods in a way from the herb world in your diet every day without having to really think about it. But the nutrients themselves are really interesting, because one of the, you know, a good way to explain it, I guess, is that, you know, they call your standard vitamins isolates, but they're really synthetic. So they're synthesized vitamins. And, you know, the digestive system is so intricate that, I mean, it really starts from the moment something hits your mouth, right? I mean, you know, the digestive secretions start, and then it goes down to your stomach, and then it gets secreted in the pancreatic enzymes, and, you know, the liver releases all sorts of things. Well, it helps when the body recognizes what you're putting into it. If you're putting in chemicals, the body doesn't really know what to do with it because it hasn't evolved with it. Hasn't, it doesn't recognize it, and then your liver and your kidneys start working overtime trying to, excrete it.
Yeah.
So
I want to take it easy on those guys.
That's right. That's right. Yeah, they do a lot of really good stuff. They have to keep your body, filtered, and all your metabolic waste products have to get out of the body somehow. And those are two of the major ways in which that happens. So you really want to protect them. So, so the new chapter of vitamins, the body recognizes it as food. It's able to fully digest it and fully utilize it. So one of the things you'll see with the new chapters is that you're not going to get these high doses. As you'll be like, oh, wait a minute, I can get magnesium citrate at this milligrams for less money, but milligrams it's just weight. That's not potency.
Right.
It's not what the body's using. It's just weight. Now your whole food vitamin is going to be much more potent per weight. So that's one of the things about the whole food vitamins. If you're taking a look at them, that you'll notice. But what I would say to people is, is like just try a month's supply, and you'll feel the difference. And like everybody comes back, and then they're like, and then they start taking them.
Right. Right. And it is true, because you walk and you're like, oh, I could pay a lot less for the multivitamin that but it's not as efficient. And why you take it? It's like, if you're exercising, do it correctly. Do it like you mean it, not so fast, because why do it if you're not going to really reap the benefits? And that's what I feel about these vitamins, is that it really, you utilize it.
Right. I've even had people, some of them are 1 a day, some of them are 2 a day, some of them are 3 a day, depending on what formula you get.
You have a whole span of what you want.
There's some of them are geared just towards women, or there's one specifically for men. And then it's also broken up into over 40 and under 40, because we have some different nutritional needs as we get older.
Yeah, I went. I was like, oh, okay,
I know. Or either
that's really what I have to, what I need. Okay, I'm gonna buy the over 40 vitamin now.
Yeah.
But we should actually, because I love the new chapter, but we have so much other things,
there's a lot to talk about.
You actually didn't come to talk about that.
No.
But it's like, let's talk about it. We could go on for another 2 hours. But you guys are part of the chocolate festival going on.
Yes.
So let's talk about chocolate.
Yeah. Well, a lot of people in the Valley know we make raw chocolates.
It's a wonderful thing.
Yeah. So, the cool thing about our chocolates is that they're raw. A lot of people don't know what that means. Just basically means it hasn't been heated over 118 degrees. That's pretty simple. Of course, the chocolates are also made with, pure, raw, organic cacao powder, which is raw when we get it, and then it's a very simple recipe that doesn't have with our recipe there's no sugar. We use New Hampshire honey. You're not going to get any gluten, any dairy, any eggs, any soy.
Right.
So it's an allergen-free chocolate.
Put like that soy
lecithin. And that is a stabilizer, and you'll see that ours are kept in a little bit of a cooler.
Right.
So it helps keep them nice and
to be
stable.
Enjoyed quickly. Like you don't want to
store it. You can let it sit at room
for
temperature at this time of year is no problem.
Right.
But like if in the middle of the summer when it's like 85 degrees out, you know what I mean? It's gonna start melting a little bit. You'll notice like if you hold it in your hand at your body temperature, it's definitely gonna start melting. So it's one of those. It's not meant to be a shelf stable product. Meant to be a fresh product. And we keep them
much healthier for you. And I think that people they're like, oh, no sugar. This is going to be bitter. It's going to be nasty. So tasty.
Really tasty.
And you guys have the selection.
It's a dark chocolate lover's dessert. So it's lightly sweetened, but it has a nice sweetness to it. If you like dark chocolate, you really love them, and then you're getting all these health benefits because raw cacao has it's high in magnesium and B vitamins. We were talking before about it has the reputation of chocolate being an aphrodisiac. It's like, well, it does have PEA in it, which is that love chemical.
Right.
So it actually chemically in the body does release, norepinephrine and dopamine.
Go you guys were doing that on camera.
But it kind of has that elation.
Relaxes you. And I was like, all right.
Right. That does get broken down really quickly in the body because those are naturally occurring chemicals we already have. And, so it's kind of like a quick, but you do feel it a lot more when you're getting these, getting a raw, unprocessed chocolate. And then, of course, the anandamide, which is also another feel-good chemical in the body, helps release dopamine.
So, as people start to cook their chocolates, like the brand names and stuff like that, the guilt factor goes up because, people are like, oh, I'm eating chocolate. With your chocolate, not so much.
Yeah. Well, also, and the big thing about the raw cacao is that it has more antioxidants than green tea. So green tea, blueberries, all these superfoods, raw cacao could be considered a superfood. Now, of course, because it has so many antioxidants, and as we know, that those are really important for helping to, scavenge the free radicals in our body. And it's in a food form, not in a supplement form, so that those are always much more highly effective. Well, the thing too with chocolates, it does have it's stimulating. There's a little caffeine in chocolate. Yep. It's you don't want to. This is like if you want a healthy indulgence, it's not something that you should do all the time. It's like a little bit in moderation. But if you're looking for a treat and you want something that's still going to have health benefits and minimize any kind of detrimental impact to the body, it'd be a great treat that doesn't feel like, it feels like a treat. It's good, it's delicious, but it's also healthy. So it's not something like, oh, we eat chocolates every day. Right. It's not your staple food, but as far as having like a treat
you need a little something, something.
Yeah, that's right.
Now let's talk, that sort of goes in the lines of our chocolate tour because they get a little sample today.
Yep.
Right? Because they can buy the ticket over at the Touring Center.
Yep. Tomorrow is the Chocolate Festival. You can buy a ticket today or tomorrow. I think it's $5 cheaper if you buy it today. I think it's $30 today.
So go buy it today and then sample tomorrow.
Yeah. So you can ski. I think they even have a bus that drives people around as well. But you get to get all these different inns and places and where on the tour, because you can actually ski. There's a trail that goes right up to our driveway. Great. So you can stop in for lunch. If you're on the chocolate trail.
Sandwiches.
We always hear people saying, "Oh, I'm just so tired of chocolate. I need something else." But if you plan your lunch, you can have lunch and then then have a chocolate and kind of get some a little bit better nourishment to keep you skiing all day. But we're gonna do. Most likely we're going to offer chocolates and then also offer some gluten-free brownies. Because dark chocolate isn't necessarily for everyone, the kids and stuff, that's not always their cup of tea.
Wow, but that's great.
Of course, because we have the gluten-free baked goods case, and so that's a lot of what we do.
Especially for those that are looking, you can find a whole aisle of gluten-free things, not only in the cafe, but you have the dry goods as well.
Yeah, in the market we do a lot with gluten-free. We have a couple of gluten-free freezers. We have gluten-free sections in all of our food departments, and it's a big thing that we do. And of course, everything in the cafe can be made gluten-free, except for the bagel. So, and then we have the gluten-free bakery case. So the gluten-free is a big thing that we do.
Is a big
more
thing.
And more people are trying it out. Even people don't have to. So it's something that we offer. And
good. All right, so we should look at the website because we're running out of time. There's still so much. There's still so much, and I can just highly recommend stopping by the shop and meeting the staff and getting involved in this great shop because you can find some of the freshest produce. And you might be thinking it'll be overpriced. It's a smaller market. Not so, because you are equivalent to the other markets for organic produce. Yep. So go check out great fresh produce. Avocados are wonderful, and then they also have a whole meat section as well. That if you want to get
local grass-fed meats and all humanely raised meats and all natural regional cheeses, and we have a big deli. We do pre-made foods and all sorts of things, all clean food at our place.
Yeah, Heather. Yeah. All right. So again, stop by. Where are you located?
We are right on Route 16, about a mile north of town, right across the street from the Stonehurst Manor, right before the moat.
Okay. And
on the left, heading north.
Online,
we are nhlocalgrocer.com.
And phone.
356 6068.
6068. All right. Well, Heather, thank you so much. Again, I wish we had another hour. But folks, we'll be back. We have one more watch and when to do, as well as a very